That's really cool. I really like that. Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video, of course, we're looking at more video game music. And today, well, we had a request. I was looking through the comments and I had a few requests to look at some Genshin Impact music, which is what we're going to be doing today. And if you know me and you know this channel, you know if there's a live performance of the music, I always like to choose those because there's more things that we can analyze. And I found this video, which is POLUMNIA OMNIA, which is the performance version from the Genshin Impact original soundtrack. So that's what we're going to do today. So how this works is that we will react to the whole thing all the way through without stopping, and then we will then talk about it a little bit, and then we'll play the video again, and we'll stop and start and analyze some stuff. And during the first playthrough, I will write some notes. But before we get into the reaction, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you like, you know, the Genshin Impact soundtrack and stuff like that, please do put a like on this video so I know, so we can do some more things like this in the future. And just make sure you recommend those songs in the comment section below as well, and I can add any more Genshin songs or any other songs from any other video into the list. But having said all of that, let's get into it. So let's get into the full screen as we have our video performance, so we can look at it as well as listen to it. I know what Genshin is. I've not really played it, to be honest, but I know about kind of what it is, fantasy world and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. Anyway, so I don't know what to expect. So let's get into it. So let's react to POLUMNIA OMNIA performance version from Genshin Impact in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. Such a strange effect. That's really cool. I really like that. Oh, okay. Garaboosh. Wow. Wow, that was cool. That was very, very cool. Right. Let's go back to the top. So I wrote a few things down. That was very very interesting, a nice blend of a few things in there as well, and vocally quite a lot to talk about. It was a great track. It was really, really good. And it sounds like it's maybe like a boss fight or something like that. Very dramatic. Very clever in many, many ways, and I liked it a lot. So I think we'll get back into it, and I'll talk about some stuff that was really cool about this track in particular. So let's get back into it from the start. Let's have another listen, and we'll talk about some stuff this time. All right. So obviously we start with a kind of a dramatic kind of horn blast, and then we've got this little tapping underneath it. So that's obviously telling us that the pace of this, whatever moment we're in, is very quick and it's very dramatic, and it's, you know, we're straight in. We're not building into it slowly. We are immediately into the action. And I like this that you've got the strings and some of the brass section and the woodwind section and the vocals all following the same sort of melody line, and it kind of really brings that kind of very dramatic, almost kind of like Dracula kind of style of ominous, weird, and dramatic edge to the music. It sounds very large, it sounds very grand, and it really does cut through, and it's like, it's very epic. It's very epic. Man, okay, so let's talk about this gentleman here. So if you ever wonder, or if you ever not known what the difference is between, you know, male voices within bass, baritone, or tenor, or whatever, this is your quintessential baritone, operatic baritone to an absolute T. Probably leaning more towards the bass as well, but I would say it's probably more a baritone because he does get up there a little bit. Really thick, huge voice in terms of his lower register and his chest voice, and it's just massive, and it's very, very resonant, and you can tell he's very well trained as well. The presence in there is with his vocal, his presence in there with his performance, and the way he's standing, and the way he's delivering the lyrics as well. It's just a really nice, strong performance, and you know, you go for this kind of vocal and this kind of sound for, you know, ominence and domination in terms of how you want it to sound. It's not like a lighter tenor sound or a soprano sound, which will be a bit lighter and be a bit I don't know, kind of more pretty in a sense. It's very dramatic. It's very forceful. It's like it's powerful. It's powerful, and that's kind of definitely the what we're getting from this track so far. I really like this blend of styles here, because you've got this kind of, it kind of drops straight from the vocal into this pretty standard, like, well, not standard, but pretty, you know, this kind of drum and bass drop, you know. And you can even hear kind of like a womp underneath it as well, but you're blending it with this kind of very traditional Far Eastern kind of wood instrument here. And I believe this game is made by a Chinese developer, so I was wondering if there'd be any sort of specific influences to that region of the world. And I think it's very nice. They'll just blend that, you know, the one style of the, you know, the more modern music with the very ancient music. I think it's very, very nice, particularly on a track like this, where you've got kind of classical instruments mixed with, you know, there is electric and synth sounds in here. There's also an operatic voices all over it. So it's kind of a blend of sounds from the last few decades to songs from some sounds from hundreds and probably thousands of years ago as well. It's very, very cool. Very cool. What I find really interesting about that bit, because obviously he's kind of flipping between languages, and I'm not sure what that language is, to be honest, so I'm not going to guess. But I like the way that it sounds, is that it really blends in with the language that he's singing now. So it sounds like Sapentes feroces ventitum per. It's like Latin, almost. I don't speak Latin, so I have no idea if it is Latin, but it does sound or look like it could be Latin, or maybe Italian, I guess. I don't know, but when you learn to sing classically, you learn to sing your operatically you learn to sing. Well, you learn to sing operatically in a sense that the vowels that you sing, so pentes, feroces, you know, the E's and the O's and the, you know what vowels are. You learn to sing them Italian style. So that's the kind of the purest, most neutral sound for a vowel. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is the example that I'd use as to what vowels would sound like with an operatic vocal. And I find it interesting where he flips between languages, where it sounds almost the same, because his vowel placement has obviously been trained classically, and you can tell that, you know, he's singing the I'm guessing Chinese or the Mandarin with Italian vowels, and then he's going into the Latin. I'm guessing it's Latin with the same sort of vowel structure. So it kind of works, even though he's singing different languages, because he's singing it in this specific style that he's been trained to do it in. It kind of blends into each other really nicely. And you can tell, like, I mean, obviously you can tell because he's got a really good voice, and going into his mixed spell, which he is now, is really nice. But like the rolling of the R's and the way that the vowels are, like that's something that you get taught when you learn to classically sing. So if you spot like a singer who's rolling their R's and is kind of keeping their voice placement and quite narrow, that's you know that they've been trained. Yeah, this. And obviously we're building here, and we've got this kind of vocal effect on the main soloist. And again, it's kind of like almost godlike. It's magical. It's dominant. It's so grand in a sense that it kind of elevates it even more. It kind of I don't know if it's the voice for maybe this being here. I'm not sure. And just listen, you've got this choir here, you've got the operatic singer on top, you've got the strings and stuff, but you've got this drum and bass beat to it at the bottom. This is the kind of the merging of the genres I'm talking about. Dominatus. Oh, how many times have I said domination during this? That's what I mean. This is what the song's about. It's really cool, that bit. Really, really cool. had to talk about the Bohemian Rhapsody throwback right there. Classic. One thing that I will say about, oh, it's about to end actually, so I'll let it end. Okay, so one thing that I'll say just before we finish the video is, like, look, I mean, I know they're kind of posing now because this is the end of the song, but this is how they've been throughout the whole performance. This is how, as a vocalist, that you need to be. This guy who was leading the vocal wasn't running up and down and bouncing around. He was grounded. He was stood. He was delivering. He was focused on what he was doing, and that's very much important to delivering a strong performance and not just running around the stage or bouncing around and stuff. Like with a song like this, presence. In terms of presence, less is more, and they execute that very, very well as performers. What a really cool song. I really hope there's more performances like this, and if there are, can you let me know in the comments, because this is really good, and I really like all the performance, and I'd like to see more if there is more. So, please put that in the comments below if there is more, so let me know what you thought of the song as well. And whether you liked it or you didn't like it. Please do like the video as well if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. And of course, let me know what other songs we should listen to in the future. But having said all of that, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.